What's up? What's up? What's up, family? How are you doing? What's going on? Hopefully everybody's doing great. We are thankful and grateful for you being in the building once again with Hallelujah, Big Mike. Marsha, what's up, girl? How are you doing? What they say on the down south? Is that down south, East Coast, West Coast? Where you at?
It's down south. Yeah.
Down south.
Yeah.
So us up north, you know,
you're still in the south. You still in the
kind
south.
of breezy. You know, we still,
you're just the north south. You're still in the south. Okay, let's get that right.
Just give me my north. Just give me my north. Okay, look, don't it's all right. You didn't want to stay here. You wanted to go south. You wanted this. So, but we thank you once again for being in the building. We thank you for all those that have subscribed, all your comments. Thank you for all that you're doing, how you've blessed us, and how we're getting to our 2 million viewers. And thank you for just all the gifts that you sent and all the different things. Thank you. We appreciate you like always. We're grateful and we're thankful that you have come into the building once again with In Between Your Lines. And we're grateful that God has still blessed you to see one more day. And we're glad to be here today ourselves. So we love you and we say thank you. As we always start, we got time, but we ain't got time, but we bless you. So hallelujah, hallelujah. So
we're making time.
We're making time. So partial what we're gonna do is ask that question like I always ask. What happened to you good today? What's your good thing?
I had a great workout. I had a great appointment. Had some great conversations with a very great friend of mine. It's been a great day. And then one of my bestest friends, it's his birthday today. So I mean, it's a great day. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. My day's been great. Was able to go to work. Whoop, whoop. And thankful that didn't get the pink slip. Whoop, whoop. Was able to do work, get stuff done, get positive stuff done. Able to witness to two young men, which is a blessing. And I mean, it's crazy when you can start talking and people just be like, they stop, they don't say nothing, they're just like still. So we appreciate God's wisdom in us and allowing us to be who we are. So we say thank you once again and much obliged and just excited about how we are allowing God to use us. Not saying we've been dormant, meaning we've been laid back, but now we see our potential and our I would never say a job because you can quit that, but our gifts that we have. So we're thankful for the gifts, grateful for everything. I am Parsha. How you doing, Parsha? You look beautiful today, like always. Got the hair flowing back, today. Oh, different look. It's funny from daytime to nighttime. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
look, we haven't recorded in the daytime in a long time.
In a long time. So we don't know how to act. So
we don't.
I guess I'm gonna start us off.
What you got for us today, King?
Question: why? So what happened today? I had two young men come in and great guys and love them to life, and kind of just not just met them, but been knowing them for a little bit from work. And they call me Big Mike all the time. And I'm like, Lord, I said, what happened if I get small? You know what I'm saying? They say, well, they say you're still gonna be Big Mike regardless. So that's okay. But we were dealing with
big personality. You have a big personality.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay.
So we'll take that one. But the thing was that we talked about, we asked a question. A young man's been in a relationship, been around this young lady, was in a relationship for about 4 years. 4 years. And she decided to dump him, in a sense. So he still, let me say it like that. She decided to dump him. he was like, oh, we can try to work it out, blah, blah, blah. And she only comes back when she needs stuff. And my question to him was, why do you keep beating yourself up or allowing yourself to be stepped on? And I asked the question, what we talked about last night, I said, is it a sexual thing? Was it? And he was like, well, because they were like, he's only 20. You know what I'm saying? So he's real young. So,
he don't know no better.
Right. So he's still going back. But this
how old is the young lady? I'm curious now. How old is the young lady?
They're the same age.
Okay.
So I think she's about 20 or maybe 19. So they're about the same age. And it's like, why do you keep beating yourself up? And he said, well, you know what it is? He said, what I think is that I can still help her and we can still. And I said, but she keeps on going back to the other guy, bragging about it. And then when she needs something, she'll call you and be like, hey, and you go. Yeah. He said, well, I'm supposed to help her. And I said, well, man, I'm like this. And what's the bad part about it?
Why is he supposed to help her?
He said, because she's down and, and I said, that's the problem. You've done everything the whole time. And now that you're not there, she sees that she needs you, or, not saying she needs him, but he was doing everything, paying for everything, making sure everything was right. And then now he's not there. And my question to him, and I said, why don't you let the other dude take care of that? Why don't you tell her,
exactly.
Hey, you keep jumping back and forth, and then I'll ask him, we go do, whatever. And you'll be like, oh, I'm going out. Or I'm doing this. I'm going here. But now she works with him in the same building. So how would you say?
Do all three of them work in the same building or same company?
I don't know if the other guy works there or not, but I know that I know that him and the ex works in the same building. And I said, so what is it?
Wait a minute. That means she has a paycheck.
Yeah.
That means she gets paid when he gets paid.
But he's still, right. And I said, hey, when are you going to stop when are you going to stop beating yourself up or trying to get back? And when will you realize that you're worth more than that and that you can do better? Well, we're good now. And, but to me, that's just what is the word? Poise, a pause, whatever it's called, to get him back every time. Because she plays as the victim or whatever. But every time when she's good, she runs back to the other guy. When she's not good, she runs back to him. So what would you say to a young man that is going through something like that, and he says he's in love? He says he's in love. And I said, are you in love or are you in lust? And he said, well, I think I'm in love. I said, but you called her a name, and I won't say the name on here.
Who called her?
Yeah. And he said, well, but I really don't mean that. And I said, but you said it. So if you said it, you mean it. You can't take back what you said. So my question is, what would you say to that young man? And what would you say to a young lady that's still trying to play both sides of the fence and not just say, hey, I don't love you? I'm just asking a question. So,
okay, so
that's a whole lot.
I'm gonna pretend like he's my son because I have sons.
So your son. So he's your son. Yes.
I'm a mommy of sons.
You're a mommy.
And I wouldn't pussyfoot with my boys, and I'm not going pussyfoot with him. He needs to stop that bullshit. He needs to stop being used.
And that's what I told him.
The way that he is feeling, and God is allowing him to question what's going on, is God allowing him to know something's not right. So he needs to pay attention. He needs to listen, and not listen to the little girl, not listen to the young lady, but listen to the protection of his conscience and his spirit that is alerting him that this ain't right.
Yeah.
So love is a beautiful thing, but true love should not hurt, should not be confusing. Love is a very clear-cut scenario. When we try to complicate it, that's us trying to insert other things that's not love. So what this young lady is doing, from the example that you just shared, is just doing what she's allowed to do. She is playing him. She is using him. She's manipulating him. We don't know if it's a sexual thing or just stroking his ego or how she's doing it, but she is using what she's learned to get what she wants from him and disregarding what he's needing from her in sincerity. So she's giving him enough attention to get whatever that she needs. And when he wants to spend that time, wants to have a real valid relationship, she's ghost.
Right.
She's off doing and playing with someone else. So it's three things that needs to happen in this situation. If they were grown, 40 and up, she would need to have a conversation with someone that she trusts and decide if she wants to be monogamous, poly, or just a motherfucking player. Because when you get older, when you have some experiences, you can make some decisions like that. At 20, you still trying to figure out, you should be still trying to figure out yourself. And what she's doing right now is a deadly game. If the other guy that she keeps running to, or other guys, because more likely it's not just one.
Right.
So as she's honing in her skills with homeboy, with my son, with my son that I just met. My kids call me Mama Della, sir. So when you talk to him, you let him know I've already adopted him because we can't have it. But yeah, so as she's honing her skills of playerism, I'm pretty sure it's not just one and everything is good and she don't need no. She's turning him in, and I use the word sucker because some people want to say, oh, that's a simp. No, there's different than a beta man, there's different than all these other. She is turning him into a sucker. His heart is sincere for her, from what you described. Yeah. And she knows that. So she has already learned his personality enough. And now she has turned that vulnerability that he allowed her to come into his life. And she's turning that against him by using it for her good and not his. That's not love.
So do you think because maybe she's his first, that it's hard to let go?
Is she his first in a real relationship? Is this
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a problem that we have in society. We put a lot of pressure on a responsibility of, well, if you get these tingly, happy feelings, then that's your soulmate, your twin flame, your husband to be, your wifey. Them kids don't know because we didn't know, but we were pressured to think that we had to know.
Right.
So I don't know anything about how he was raised. All I know is socially, you were expected when you graduate high school or turn 18, they don't even get you till you're 21, that you're supposed to know all this grown-up stuff that people in their 30s and 40s are still figuring out. Right. And some 50s and 60s too.
Yep.
So for him, it is unfair. It is unfair that he feels the pressure of, this is my first love, that this will be my only love. Yep. And that's what I feel he's going through. Yes, this could be his first love, but guess what? Learn the lessons. Save yourself from heart. Don't allow yourself to be played and lied to. Who and what she is to you. Believe it. She does not want to be your bona fide wife. She don't mind being your jump off. If it's a sexual thing, she don't mind coming through. And then I call that a come through as well. She don't mind being your come through. Stroking your ego, maybe stroking something else. We don't know all the details, but she's stroking enough to get what she wants. And then she disappears and leaves you hurt. And then she's not trying to lick your wounds. That's not love. Love cares enough. What a person truly loves you and they realize, oh, this action that I did hurt you. they're going to try their damnedest to not hurt you in that way again or hurt you at all.
Right.
But when this person continues to repeat the same pattern, I mean, how many times you got to get a black eye, bro? How many times you going to get slapped in front of your homies in your face? I mean, that's literally what she's doing. So either you like abuse and you might be in the BDSM, and you know, when you learn about that, that might be your thing. But if you're truly a genuine person that you don't have a kink that, you know, turns you on, you really like this young lady and you believe her lies and her manipulation. No, let's look at her actions. Don't listen to her words anymore. Look at her actions. But then because this is him learning too, he needs to learn, what is it that he wants? Is he okay with being part of her support system and one of her men? And if he's not okay with that, leave her alone. But don't pretend like it's not what it really is. She's not monogamous to you in heart. We're not talking about sex. We're just talking about in her action. She's not monogamous to him. He's not her only that she wants attention from and other benefits from. If he's okay with that, then be okay with that and ask other questions. But it sounds like he's not okay with that. And if you're not okay with that, and this young lady continues to put you in a plural situation, you need to leave her alone. Cut off access. Even if they work together, you ain't got to be nasty, because I don't want you to lose your job. But when she comes a calling, friend zone in a steel box with no lock. Hey, how you doing? Oh, that's all I get? Yeah, we're coworkers. I can speak to my coworker. I got manners. He was raised right. But that's it. That's all she get. Her car breakdown, that's not your problem. You do not care. You pray for her. You hope she finds a way to get it fixed. I'm sending you well wishes and positive vibrations. That's what box he needs to put her in. He ain't got to get nasty with her. And when he does find another woman and she treats him wonderful, you ain't got to go back and say nothing to her. That steel box means you do not give her any more emotions.
Right.
Give a little bit of respect, because that's all you owe any other human being. But it's easy for me to say that because of who I am and what I've already lived in life. When you're in that moment of, I'm in love, and she doesn't understand, or well, this is what she's got going on, and this is what really happened, and you're believing the lies. Because I believed the lies too when I was younger. A whole bunch of them. I had to be a quick learner. And I just hope that he's a quick learner. Because I don't want him to be a person that life beats him up and he's allowing this. Because hopefully when he weeds himself off of this type of personality, he will do some self-work, self-love, get to know himself, figure out what he does want from a woman, figure out what he's willing to do and give to a woman, and then go find another woman. Right now, his biggest thing is he needs to decide, okay, am I okay with being with her, knowing that she's with other people? And if the answer is no, let it go. If the answer is yes, then he got a whole nother bucket of questions that he's going to have to ask himself. But he needs to love himself better than he loves her. And that's a lot of, I'm a giver. That's a lot of us givers, and I know that's improper English, but that's a lot of us that are givers problem. We want to make sure you and you are okay, and we'll be all right because we got this. But at the end of the day, we need to stay strong and healthy and wise and all that stuff so that we can give you quality care and quality love. So there's nothing wrong with taking care of you first. That just gives you better to give to somebody else. And he needs to step back, because I'm pretty sure there's been some sacrifices he's made on her behalf, things that's been broken that he wasn't able to fix, but he fixed something for her first, or things he wanted to do, or places he wanted to go, but he couldn't because he was doing these things for her. And no, that's out of order. There's nothing wrong with assisting someone you love. Like I just said, I'm a giver. My sons are doers and givers, but it's in proper order. If this person is showing him disrespect and discontent about his feelings and emotions, she does not deserve his assistance. She does not deserve his attention. She's not worthy of that. And he needs to protect himself by standing up for himself to her. Because if somebody else tries to come in, Like, say if he was close and he was truly one of my sons, and I was to make that phone call or speak to this young lady on his behalf, that's not going to help, because she still knows enough to penetrate back in his ear to get whatever she wants out of his pocket and time and talents. So he has to be the man and shut it down. There's no way around. I already know this type of chick. I could be her, I have been her, and I could write the book. That's not what he wants. If he genuinely wants a committed relationship with someone that honors him, respects him, considers his feelings and emotions, yeah, that's not what he wants. And you're just gonna have to understand, it's nothing wrong with having more than one loves, as long as you're moving in a better situation, a healthier situation, with a more conscious and deliberate and intentional person. There's nothing wrong with cutting ties on the first pile of bullshit you came into. You 20 years old. Flush it down the toilet. Clean yourself up. Take some time to love on yourself. Go on vacation. Find you some new hobbies. And while you're finding out what it is that you like in life, guess what? You might find your true love or your next love that's going to teach you some other beautiful things and have a much better experience on this love train. But this right here, as long as she knows that she can knock you down, ignore you, let you go and lick your wounds by yourself, and then come back one day looking sad and depressed, and you fall for the crocodile tears that's full of lies, she's going to continue to do it. So it's up to him. And if this is happening to a woman, if this is happening to a young lady, it's up to her. It's up to that individual to shut it down. Sometimes I've learned in this world that we live in, you can have those type of conversations and stand up for yourself, and the other person will try. Block, delete. That's what I've learned. Block, delete, and keep on moving. You have to unimagine or unrealize them in your life. Act like they don't exist. You don't have to be rude. You ain't got to get in their face and I don't want y'all fighting because we ain't got no bail money. Nothing like that. But you have a right to protect your peace. If that person continues to want to text you or come by your house, no trespassing, 911, block, delete, leave me alone. You have every right to do that, especially when you know you're being abused. God loves you. We love you. I haven't met you, but I know that you don't deserve somebody to abuse you and use you and treat you like you're not worthy. It sounds like his concern for her is giving her a level of worth that she's not deserving. Now, if this was a bona fide relationship and she needed something done, or a situation happened and she was down and bad, of course. And vice versa. If he needed and she could, of course. But when it comes time for the things that he needs, she's straight up ignoring them or ignoring him and ridiculing him and making him feel like crap. Oh, hell no. Ain't no of course. That's a hell no. So no, son. It's time to just go ahead and shut that door, lock the key, throw it in some acid, build that steel box around your house and put her name on it, and let it go. No. She has no
that's where we was
more
today.
access to you. It's her loss.
Yeah.
And
that's what I told him.
My son.
That's what I told him. I said, hey, you're worth more than that. You shouldn't have to keep going through this. Because I think one time he wanted to go to Gatlinburg, and she's like, no, I'm good. And then come to find out she was already down there with the other person. Yeah. So it's been games and just so much. And I told him, I said, you're going to be on the show tonight. You're going to be on the show tonight, bro. And he just kind of like, wow. But that's what I told him. I said, yeah, you're going to be on the show. I'm talking about you tonight. He's like, I said, yeah. I said, you deserve better, but you got to realize you deserve better. That's the biggest thing. You got to work on you, like you said, and figure out. And same on the woman's side. don't be still getting abused and getting, called names and this and that. And you're like, I don't deserve this. So why do you keep saying, well, I love him? Well, does love hurt? Does love
Exactly. That's not
call
love.
you names?
That's not love.
You know what I'm saying? Does love make you feel less than who you are? And I told him, I said, I'm not saying, belittle her or saying it. I said, like I told people, I can love you from a distance. I can still love you, but that distance
Way
is
back.
real good. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? I see you, but I love you down there. Oh yeah, just keep going. Don't stop. And it was just different to see at 20 compared to being at 50 now. You're like, ain't no way. Ain't no
But you
way.
remember at 1921 that, no, I'm not saying you made those type of mistakes, but you made some mistakes, some life worth mistakes at 19, 20, 21. Yes. Yes. So, and this is, it breaks my heart. I give them a little bit of grace space because of their age and their lack of experience of life. Even if they've been having sex since they was 14 or 15, or being in relationships since they was 14, 15, that's still you 19, 20. That's still you just starting. You're not a professor yet. You still in the grade school of love. And there's some grown people my age that are still in the grade school of love. So don't feel bad about that. But what love is supposed to be a beautiful, good, warm, protected, provided, positive thing. At the beginning and the end of any relationship, the relationship with God, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with somebody else, the life principle of treat people how you want to be treated, you can't lose if you always use that mantra in your actions. So if that person is not treating you how you want to be treated, trust their actions. Let their words fall on deaf ears. Watch how they treat you. You don't like how they treat you, remove yourself. Remove them from your life. If you're in a situation where a lot of us like to help change a person to be that better person because, we have some talents and some traits that they can learn from us, there's nothing wrong with that, because a lot of couples are together because there's some things that he can do that I can't do, or she can do better that, he needs to learn. That's beautiful. Take it in the right context. But when a person is definitely showing you that they ain't trying to learn from you and they ain't trying to change, by him still being there for her and being that stand-up guy, and when she needs, he's one of the solutions that God brings in her life, because it sounds like she's pimping him. That's what it sounds like. If you asking for a trip to Gatlinburg, and by the time he responds, you like you good because you already there. Oh yes, that's straight pimping, honey. She don't care about you or whoever got her there. She just gonna call you on the next trip, or she might call you for some spending money on this trip. My problem with her, or any person like her, name your game and play it with people that don't mind playing their part in that maze of the game. Stop leaving these innocent, monogamous-minded people alone and causing the damage that other people will have to heal. That's not fair. That's not right. I don't like people like that. I've been on both sides of that coin. It doesn't feel good either way. So it's just like, come on, man. This young man sounds like some of my sons, where they're like, I don't understand. I'm a provider. I'm a protector. I'm there when she needs me. And when I just need this one thing compared to the 5 things, she can't even do that for me. She can. She's just choosing not to.
Right.
She should, but she's let you know, you're not that important. So you just continue to be there in her corner is not going to convince her that you're worthy of her treating you how you deserve to be treated. No, she's just gonna keep winning, and you're gonna keep losing and being hurt.
Right.
So let's be wise. Let's be wise and just shut it down. I don't That's my solution for that problem, because I don't see another way. Ain't no tiptoeing about it. She's been blatant disrespectful. Okay. And like I said, if that's what you like, that's what you like. Ask us some other different questions, because we ain't got that. That's the only answer I got. Hey, we can talk about anything, but that's the only way I would handle it, especially if that was one of my sons in that situation. Yeah, I would probably give a little bit more detail on what she about to do next.
Yeah.
And wait for him to come back and be like, Mom, she said and did. I know. I'm telling you. Yeah, she ain't got your best interest at heart. She don't care about you. She love you.
Right.
No. Yeah. So that's all I have to say to that young man is, it's walk away. Cut your losses. Take time to heal your wounds, because you don't want to take that hurt and disappointment into the next relationship. So yeah, take time, heal your wounds, learn what you didn't see at first, then ask yourself those important questions. Okay, once I realized that I might be getting played, why didn't I stop? Give your chance. It's okay to talk to yourself in a sane way, to understand why you made certain decisions at the times you made them, so that if something that comes into your life sounds or looks similar, you will be consciously familiar with your own action to not repeat that action. So it's okay. Let her go, and then guess what? For yourself. Treat yourself. Take yourself on a trip to Gatlinburg or somewhere else you've been wanting to go.
Right.
Upgrade your wardrobe. Whatever you was doing for her, floss for yourself. You deserve to treat yourself the best.
Definitely.
You know, I mean, that's all I got. I just want to smack her right now, but I'm not violent.
You want to smack?
Spiritually, I am.
Oh, okay. You spiritually smacking her?
Yeah, spiritually. I'm like, because she wrong for that. She wrong for that.
I mean, it's just been, off and on, and then he'll be like, well, and she'll be like, then she'll be like, I don't want. He'll call and she'll be like, I don't want to deal with you. And then, later on, if she needs something, be like, hey.
Then don't deal with me. You don't want to deal with me. Stop trying to deal with me.
So that's what I told him. I said, what are you doing? And he's like, well, she's struggling now. I said, yeah, without you. I said, that's good. Happiness. I said, let her keep struggling, because she's lost something that was good for her. And I said, well, you just tell her, go on and take care, deal with that other dude that she was cheating on you with and everything. Go ahead and deal with him. And he's like, well, but you gotta. No.
If this, tell baby boy that I said, this is only your first love. It's not your last love.
And that's what I told him. I said,
keep your heart open. You'll be able to find or be found by a better love that is true love. But let this one go, because you can't. You're not going to be open to receive and to find that one until you get rid of this one.
Right. Definitely. So yeah, but that was my day, and I was just like, I was so frustrated in a sense. I was like, what is wrong with you? Why would you allow yourself to be still in this situation?
And that's the thing. There's nothing wrong with him. He's doing everything in a righteous mindset and heart.
Yeah.
He's trusting her words. He's believing her situation. He's not doing anything wrong. She's the one that's in the wrong.
Right.
What he needs to do is just pay attention to her actions versus her words. And like I said, make a decision. He might come back to you. You know what Mama Delta said.
Yeah.
You need to figure out if you like it or you don't. And if he say, well, you know what, Big Mike, I think I'm gonna just roll with it and see what happens. I think I like her enough to say I'm gonna like it.
Right.
I hope he doesn't say that, but if he says that, we gotta respect that. But I promise you, either way he goes, there's still gonna be some more questions, because he's gonna need to learn how to heal from that as well. But he needs to decide. There are some people type of situation. And what I would tell those people is, all right, cool. If that's what you want to decide, don't complain to me about it. You've accepted your position, side bruh, side chick, other man, other woman. You've accepted your position. Okay, cool. Don't complain about it. Either perfect it, ask her some details to figure out what it is, but don't complain about it.
Right.
Now, if you don't want to accept it, okay, we'll close the door on it, heal, and you'll know when you're ready to give love another chance.
So, but yeah, that was my last.
Today, there was a post. No, but I like that how we led into that, because early today there was a post that was similar to this effect of men doing for women. And I feel that a lot of men, when they were younger, or either when they were in a different position, got played, like this young man is getting played now. And so when the young lady posted, she will not be in a relationship with a man that wants to go 50-50. A lot of them brothers in there will enjoy being single because I ain't nobody fool, blah, 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 blah. But their details were similar to what you just shared that this young man's going through. You know, the last time I tried to provide for somebody, you know, it was all about her, and coming out, you know, she was cheating, or, you know, it was a wonderful debate, but it was a lot of hurt and disappointment. And that's the part that pisses me off. It's like, you don't have to go through that. And for the younger generation or the newer generation that's just trying love, please, yes, listen to our calls. Yes, listen to some of these other intelligent shows and stuff, but get to know what it is you want. And if somebody's not match playing your flavor, don't give them your favor. Keep it going. Keep them in the friend zone, or don't keep them in the friend zone. Just keep it going. Be patient. Because as you're patient, you will eventually get what it is you need and you want. But yeah, a lot of these guys was just like, you know, they've been manipulated. They've been lied. They out there working and making the money and coming home, paying the bills, and the house still nasty. She lazy. She can't cook. You know, she ain't keeping up herself. You know, and then it's just like, well, why am I sacrificing all this, my time, away from a life to go to a job, to provide a home or a house that you say you're going to create into a home? It was just a beautiful debate.
Right.
And these people were in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And a lot of the brothers probably got burnt by little people, women like her. I'm trying not to call out a name.
You said you tried not to call out a name?
You heard me struggling. I was trying. I'm trying to keep it uncensored.
You trying?
I didn't want to be censored.
Yeah,
but
I just think
eat on the show. Mike.
Huh?
I don't normally eat on the show, but I was getting the jitters, so I gotta eat something.
Oh, I was gonna eat something too. I'm gonna eat something soon as we get off in 15. But yeah, so looking at relationships like that, I mean, I think, and I look at it that when you're younger, we're so caught up, you know, in dating, you know, love your, you know, whatever, your high school sweetheart. Some people have done great, but some people have done terrible. And it's on both ends, you know what I'm saying? And you don't know until you, but I think it's the same with men and women. They get older, they get out of school, and they start smelling themselves, as we say, and they find something that smells a little bit better, or they find something that look a little better, and you're like, okay, then let's take a break. I'd rather take a break and then go and then see, you know, Nah, that ain't one of them. That is not one of them.
Anytime you take a break, and that's a break up to me.
You said that's a
90%
breakup?
of the time. Okay, so yeah, I mean, but it's all about communication, because if you actually communicating with your person and y'all not lying to each other, you're not saying the nice things that you know the person needs to hear, you're saying the truth of what you want to try and do,
Right.
those type of breaks can come back and still have a fruitful relationship. But most people that say let's take a break are really done with you, but they want to put you on pause and put you in a holding pattern just in case whenever they go away from whatever they venture, it doesn't work out for them, so that they can come back and unpause you.
Right.
So I don't like those kind of breaks. I like breaks. Okay, so I have an example of a it wasn't a break, it was a understanding. So I had someone that I loved in high school. I did. And he went into his career and I went to college. But we had an understanding that, okay, we're both attractive people. I was more innocent than him, I think. I don't know. But anyway, we're still at the beginning of our life and we're innocent in a lot of ways. And we knew that temptation was going to be out there, adventure was going to be out there, and then the unknown was going to be out there. So we had a conversation about respecting our relationship. And from what I remember, when he came to visit me, if I was seeing someone else, that person was to know to be, hey, chilling out for this weekend because blah, blah, blah. I'm spending time and, respect my relationship with him. Vice versa. If I went to see him, if he had someone, he was supposed to let her know, hey, blah, blah. We're not seeing each other this week or weekend. I'm spending time with her. I hit you back when I'm done or she's gone. Now, when at a young age, like this young man right here, I had enough common sense to have a conversation with my guy.
Right.
I sort of kind of give myself a little shrug on the back. And there was a lot of other stuff I didn't know. But that one little piece, I understood enough to say, let's be real here. We're going to be states away from each other, hours away from each other. I don't know if he brought it up, but it was a conversation that we participated in and I agreed to and he agreed to. And it worked while I was in school. It worked out.
Right.
And anytime he came to see me, he was never disrespected. My friends would come over, we would still have our house parties and try to, involve him in the school fun and adventures and stuff. It wasn't like, oh, your man here and my lifestyle is crickets. No, my lifestyle was still cool. And vice versa. If I went to visit him, I would still meet his friends. I'll go out and whatever. However we fellowship. Now that's the one thing in my younger years I was proud of myself to be able to communicate most of the time, overly communicate most of the time with certain people. But no matter what your age, you have a right, especially if you're choosing to be in a relationship with a person. And when we say relationship, that does not mean you gotta. We talked about that on another show. When you are choosing to get to know someone, see if you're compatible, see if there's something you're gonna build together, that's a relationship. Just because you're not fucking doesn't devalue the relationship.
Right.
It actually gives a little bit more premise. So when you have chosen to be in a relationship with someone, then you should have a right to say, you know what? I don't mind cooking, but I have tasted your food. And oh my God, you cook better than me. So how about, and you like to cook, you like to get your dice and stuff and cooking from scratch. I'm gonna make sure we eat, but you like to prepare and make it all pretty on the plate and deliver. And I don't do all that. I just want to make sure you eat. So when you're having those wonderful conversations that you're pulling the superstar out of him, the superstar out of her, and you're making it work for the combination of who you guys are, that relationship. But if you're just going by this staple that's out there in the air that nobody really understands what it's supposed to be, everybody has a different definition, then you're going to be lost. You're going to stay lost. So in this man's hurt, he needs to have a conversation with himself. He needs to make some tough decisions on what he wants. He needs to make a tough decision on his worth. And no matter what way he chooses, go back. That right there is beginning to let him know, I have the power to elect this free will that God gave me and make a decision over my life. Okay, so I'm choosing to no longer deal with this disrespect, or I'm choosing to help her understand how I'm going to fit in to this scenario because, or I don't, but because it's what is it called? This is it's not. So don't go the other way. You're gonna show her how it felt to get back. I promise you, baby. I promise you, son. It ain't worth it. That's why we not even talk about a third option. Once you realize you don't want this, cut it. Let it go. God's gonna punish her enough. Mm-hmm. Let the vengeance be his. I promise you. I promise you. You're gonna feel bad for her. Yep. And I ain't wishing nothing on this young girl. I've never wished nothing bad on anybody that's hurt me. But I'm grateful that God continued to protect me.
Right.
I don't call it karma. I call it God's love. You don't mess with those that truly love him the best way we can. You don't do that. And we're loving on you too? No, don't do that.
Definitely.
Yeah, you came in hot. You came in hot.
Hey, so
about to make me take a trip.
So all I can do is encourage. That's what I'm saying. She said, take a trip, Lord Jesus. But I was just like, I was thrown back because being young is great. And that's where you're supposed to, blossom and experience and try to get to know yourself. And then as I was, I guess, younger in school, caught up with, a young lady and kind of like the same thing. And just, you're like, well, I can't do it. I can't do it, and it's just weird that you see the same thing in other young men because you got a good heart and you love them. And the biggest thing is, like I said, that daggone sex is monstrous. That's a soul tie that you're never going to forget this person. You're going to always have what now, you would say.
Some people you will forget.
And you know what? That's weird. But the one that you really, really loved and that you poured into, you don't forget. And it's like, I wish I could.
But that's not the sex.
So what do you think?
Is that spiritual tie of intimacy because they got to know them, because they see them, they accept them.
So let's give it the better word. Then it's the intimacy and the getting to know each other. Not always. So because, we'll take that. I'll take that. Because we don't want to say that sex is bad. We want to say that your soul tie, intimacy with that person, getting to know them, knowing everything about them, being around them for the last 4 or 5 years, 6 years, and then it's like, what? Really? You're going to do this to me after you told me you love me and you told me that you care and you told me that I'm the one and we're going to be together the rest of our, what? So did I waste all my time? Did I get bamboozled?
No.
You take, what I would say is like, kind of like when I talk to him next time, I'm going to say, take the lessons that happen in your life and learn from them and just try not to make the mistake again. If you get to a point, and what I always say is sometimes there's telltale signs that,
Of course.
you know what I'm
Always.
saying? But we're like this. We wear our blinders so we don't see them.
Yeah.
So if you take your blinders off and see the person for what they are, and like I said, you know, this could have been a great young lady. I don't know. We don't, and I would say is that we don't know what her background is. We don't know how she was taught and things like that. So we don't know. But to choose,
I guarantee you this, regardless of her background, if somebody was to say, hey, if old boy treated you like you treat him, would you still be with him? Right. I guarantee she would say, hell no.
Right.
And that's what I tell people about cheating. Well, you know, I don't know why they won't forgive me. Because most men don't forgive a woman if she cheats. But boy, most men expect a woman to forgive if he cheats. But my whole thing is, you didn't treat her how you want to be treated. You didn't treat him how you want to be treated. It's the same hurtful emotion.
Right.
So, you know, I'm pretty sure that she would say no. And if somebody tried to do that, I'm pretty sure she shut them down quick, fast, in a hurry.
Yeah.
Most people, what I've learned, most people that inflict that kind of pain
don't want the pain inflicted on them. Yeah.
They can't.
And now
they can't handle it.
Yeah. So now that he's not, you know, she like I said, she works with him, but he's not still, you know, he's being cordial, but he's not like, hey, you know, it's not like giving like he used to. And, you know, hey, you know, and she's like, he's like, she's suffering. I said, well, she needs to fall. Let her fall. She can get back up again.
It is. And what he needs to understand is not his fault that she's suffering. She's suffering because her last trick didn't work and she got played by herself from herself. So his hands are clean. He did nothing to make her suffer. That's all back mirrored on her.
Right.
Boomerang back in her face.
Yeah.
Once again, part of God's vengeance.
Yeah.
So let her suffer.
Yeah.
It's part of the process. Hopefully she'll come out actually knowing how to love someone and being a better love and a better friend and a better person in a relationship. Who knows? Who knows? I did want,
as we say,
wait.
I can't. What you got?
Go ahead.
And that's a wrap. We thank you once again for coming on and hanging out with us. We love you. We're grateful for you showing up, showing out, hitting share, like, sending commenting. And remember what we asked you, please check out, hey, if you want to be on, say I'm ready. Put in the comments, I'm ready to get on the show so we can get some of your comments, get some of your hashtag, I'm ready. So let's not stop loving ourselves. Let's love ourselves completely. And once me and Ms. Parsha, I am Parsha, said, if you love yourself, then you can love somebody else. So get to know what you like, get to know what you want, and get to know how you supposed to be treated. And once you find that out, you can find that right person. You can see the difference in the good and the bad, as we say, and the ugly. But we want to always be mindful of the people that we bring into our circle.
Yes.
Don't bring nothing that's going to be detrimental to you. Look, check the, like I said, you know, if the, hallelujah, I don't know why me and cars was broke down. I said, if the car broke down and got some holes in it and rusty and everything, why would you go back and try to put more money in the car? If it's broke down, the engine broke, why are you going to fix? Well, but no, if it's broke, go get you a new one. Go get you a better one. You deserve a better vehicle. You deserve a better relationship. You deserve better because of who you are. So we love you. We say thank you. We say we are grateful for you. You are needed, you are important, and you are valuable. You are something that God has blessed to be on this earth right now. And you say, why am I still here? Because he still got some work for you to do. So guess what? Get to work, get to work, get to work. We love you with all the love. We love you with God's love, because sometimes our love is not right. So we love you with God's love, and we blow these kisses to you. Blow, 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 blow. We love you. We love you. And we say, thank God for you. We appreciate you, and you are needed. You are important, and you are valuable. So thank you for being on with In Between Your Lines. God bless you and God keep you. Until next time.